In 208 BCE, General Xiang Yu led a group of men across the river into enemy territory. When the time was right, he ordered his men to stock up on 3 days' worth of food supplies and to destroy the rest of it. The only way for the soldiers to sustain themselves is if they win the next battle. He also ordered them to destroy the shipping vessels that they used to cross the river, effectively cutting off all means of retreat. With only 3 days' worth of food and no way to escape, Xiang Yu led his men into war with one mentality: there is no turning back. General Xiang Yu's forces continued on to win 9 consecutive engagements and eventually the Battle of Jilu. Xiang Yu's decision to take the risk is widely known in the Chinese idiom, 破釜沉舟. 破釜, which means to destroy the food supply, and 沉舟, which means to sink the ships. For Xiang Yu and his men, food was their only source of survival, and the ships were their only way out of enemy territory. It was their backup plan, and Xiang Yu destroyed it on purpose. Because he knew that when everything is on the line, his fellow men will give everything they have to fight and win. Corner an animal, that's when they are the most dangerous. Xiang Yu and his men had no way to back out, and they were forced to win or pay with their lives. Now, this made for a great story, but this is also a radical and a risky mindset, because it is effectively encouraging people to destroy their backup plans. So I asked myself, what is the middle ground? I am an entrepreneur, and I certainly believe in taking calculated risk. A professor at the University of Wisconsin did her PhD study on the topic, how backup plans can harm goal pursuit and the unexpected downsides of being prepared for failure. According to their findings, thinking through backup plans quash people's motivation to achieve their primary goal, because they lose focus, they concentrate on the easier things, on the easier way. But can you really destroy all of your backup plans at the first sight of an opportunity? The answer is no. Having a backup plan is important, but the key to balancing this is timing. Timing in the form of an opportunity, a moment when all the stars align. That's when you have a choice: to sink the ships, pursue your goal, or continue maintaining the status quo. What will you choose? And what does your moment look like? Perhaps you're a student who just started a website and you're seeing exponential growth, and you can no longer keep up with the demands of being a student and an entrepreneur. This is your moment. Perhaps you have a full-time job, but you're also an influencer that has just landed a deal with a major brand, and you wonder to yourselves if you can leave your full-time job. This is your moment. Or maybe you've been working at a company for years, but ever since you graduated, you've always wanted to start a company, and out of the blue, an entrepreneur has approached you and invited you to come change the world at their growth stage startup. This is your moment. The question is, when that moment comes, will you sink the ships? I've always wanted to start a business. When I was 18, I started a business in recruitment. I made some money, but it eventually failed. When I was 21, I started a business in the software industry. Made some money, but it eventually failed. Altogether, I failed at 5 different ventures. And what I've learned from the process is that the lack of focus and commitment kills businesses. I started these ventures, but I was really holding on to my backup plans. And that caused me to lose focus and commitment. With that in mind, in early 2017, I started Eezee with my co-founders, Logan and Terence. At the same time, I was also offered to study at the National University of Singapore. And that was my backup plan. I thought that if the business doesn't work out well, it's fine because I can still go to university and get a degree. However, I also knew that having a backup plan can cause people to lose focus on their goals. So between the co-founders, we discussed what will be the moment. What will be the moment that can help us decide to sink the ships? What will be your moment to help you decide to sink your ships? For me, this was the moment. It's about late 2017, and we have just launched Eezee, the platform. Logan, Terence, and I were pitching to NgeeAnnPolytechnic to allow us to join the incubator and provide us with seed funding for the company. The pitch was going smoothly, and before we ended, Patrice Chong, director of the incubator, looked to the co-founders and asked, what will happen when Jasper and Terence has to go to university? The room went silent. We didn't know what to do. The platform has just launched. We were going to join an incubator to grow the company exponentially, and we have just secured funding. At that moment, we had a choice. We could either keep our backup plans or double down on building the business. Terence, Logan, and I looked to each other and we nodded our heads. We knew that this was the moment. We made the decision, and together we replied that we were going to focus on building Eezee. And from that day onwards, we worked harder because we knew that we only have one shot at this. No more backup plans. The ships have sunk, and we only have 3 days worth of food left. There was no turning back. Today, Eezee is Singapore's largest B2B marketplace for industrial and business supplies. Our clients include small medium enterprises, multinational corporations, and even the Singapore government. And many successful entrepreneurs has done it before me. Mark Zuckerberg, co-founder of Facebook when he dropped out of Harvard to build Facebook. Today, Facebook is a multi-billion-dollar company. Rachel Lim, co-founder of Love Bonito, when she dropped out of college in her final year, broke her scholarship bond to build the company of her dreams. Today, Love Bonito is a multi-million fashion empire. And Rodney Tang, founder of LiHo Bubble Tea, when he sold his flat to start the first Gongcha Singapore outlet. Today, LiHo Bubble Tea operates over 90 locations across Asia. For many of you, this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity will present itself to you as well. And when that happens, it's up to you to make the decisions. Will you sink the ships? Let me wrap it up with a quick story. In 1983, John Scully was the president of Pepsi. And it seemed like he had it all set up before him. He had a great job. He had people working under him. He was set up for success, and he was comfortable. But at that time, the founder of a small startup deeply wanted John to partner with him to lead the company together. But despite multiple attempts, John repeatedly declined his offer to venture into the unknown. Because why should he leave his great company, his comforts, for a startup which might not even exist within the next 5 years? his moment came when that young founder, Steve Jobs, pitched him a question that would change his career and his life forever. And without that moment, Apple would not be the company it is today. I want to end off by asking you the very same question. Do you want to sell sugar water for the rest of your life? Or do you want to come with me and change the world? Thank you.